All right, so here we go, boys and girls. How's everybody doing on this fine Monday? As many people may call Mindset Monday, some people may call it Fun Monday, but whatever it is a Monday. And I just want to welcome you all once again to Transformation Greatness has decided to team up with the Small Business Network podcast. And we present to you episode 75 entitled What a Gift to Be TV and Radio Personality. And for all those that may be tuning in for the first time and probably wondering who is this guy and why should I even listen to him? Well, first and foremost, my name is Sean White, and not only am I one of the partners and CEO of the Small Business Network, but also I'm the founder and creator of Transformation Greatness, which is my brand, which is all about motivating, encouraging, and inspiring the masses. And on this episode, we're going to talk about such a beautiful thing to be as far as for the radio and TV personality. But before we even get into that, I would like to just say for all those that have contributed, because this is episode 75. So for all those that have contributed as far as in the past, they have really been coming on here and been giving excellent value, been giving us insights, their expertise, and creating breakthroughs. We want to say for each and every single last one of you, we most certainly appreciate you. And your efforts is not in vain, and we appreciate you so much. But also, too, our second announcement, guys, I want to throw a little surprise here. And actually, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to try to go ahead and pull it up here. Hope that you guys can see it. This here, I'm wearing this shirt Juneteenth. And this is actually from one of our partners and CEOs, Ms. Glennis Reed, the founder and CEO of Text Me Tees and Bottoms Up. This is just one of her beautiful designs right here, and I absolutely love it. So she sent to me a care package with just some great stuff. And Miss Reed, if you are watching this live stream, just letting you know, this is absolutely amazing. She does phenomenal work, guys. So if you're interested and you love something like this, by all means, please reach out to me and I will let Miss Glennis Reed know that you would love to purchase one of these. So that's just something in which that I definitely do. As far as for anyone that's affiliated with me, I love as far as to let others know more about you. Since that I am a content creator, of course, I'm also an entrepreneur, obviously, but I'm a connector as well. And I love to just see people win. I love to see people win. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. Hey, if you're catching this on the live, put in the hashtag live. Let me know exactly where you're tuning in from. If you know me, I love dialogue, right? I love interaction. I love engagement. I love to know as far as if you are getting value as far as from this content. And anything in which that you find that was helpful, perhaps you got an aha moment, perhaps a breakthrough, maybe you looked at things a little bit differently, please by all means let me know as far as in the comments, or just reach out to me via messenger and say, hey, this is what I thought about it, because we're always looking to grow and we're always looking to improve. And hey, even if you found something that you didn't like, by all means let me know as well. And for those that may catch this on a replay because of the fact, you're busy, you're attending meetings, you're handling your business, I get it, but you're able to catch this on a replay, put in hashtag replay as well, guys. We would definitely appreciate that. So let's go ahead and jump into this fine content, shall we? So I did title this, What a Gift to Be in TV and Radio, being a personality. And for a lot of people, I think that as far as when they hear TV or radio, it's probably one of those things that you may feel kind of far-fetched, or it's one of those type of things that's like, man, yeah, that'd be pretty cool, right? As far as to be on TV or radio, but I don't know, right? I mean, it's just kind of pie in the sky type of thing. And then you have individuals that may say, well, you know what, man, I'll listen to the radio, right? I will watch TV, of course, because I have like specific programming and different shows that I like and cater to. But as far as for me, really being in that space, being on TV and radio, that's not my thing, and that's totally fine. What I have discovered as being a part of the CEO for the Small Business Network and as being a TV and radio personality, I have realized that there's tremendous advantages and benefits to that, boys and girls. And if you're an entrepreneur, we all know as far as through the power of podcasting, right? It's been very popular for the last 5 or 6 years. Now you turn around, it's like everybody got a podcast doing something, right? Which is absolutely amazing because there was a time where people were doing podcasting way before, and yet it wasn't really, sexy, right? It wasn't attractive. But they realized the power of this communication. I want you to think about this for a second. When you're a radio or TV personality, you really put yourself in a different light. And what I mean by that is that now your voice, it has more influence. I want you to think about as far as when you're listening to podcasts or even in your local cities, respective areas, and when you're driving to work or, whatever you're doing, and you're listening to the radio, you all have your favorite radio stations, right? Some people love, jazz. Some people love as far as like urban music. Some people love country. Some people love rock and roll, whatever the case. But if you notice the host, right, in terms of radio, they're actually talking, they're conducting interviews. And the cool thing about it is because they understand through the power of airwaves that they have influence and that they're able to reach more people on a grander scale than as opposed maybe in person, right? So with that being said, they understand that there's also a responsibility as being a radio host. And for those that do podcasting, my coaches, my therapists, my speakers, right, my entrepreneurs, you understand that there's a responsibility that comes with this because when you speak, understanding that the words in which that we speak, it moves people. It drives a certain emotion attached to that. The same thing goes with TV as well. When you're a TV personality, regardless of whether it's a reality TV show, regardless if it's comedy, whatever the case, but when you're on TV, people see you as far as in that light, and you share a bigger stage. Now, because that we're so much into self gratification, right? And with this digital era, literally people can access TV and radio with the palm of their fingertips through the cell phone, right? It's absolutely incredible. So my thing is this, and thank you, Marcel. I think I'm saying your name correctly. If I'm not, I apologize, but you know exactly what I'm talking about because in the coaches community with you and Coach Sherry, you guys give awesome insights, man. I mean, just amazing information. But that's my point, guys, is that him and also Dr. Sherry and all the other coaches, they understand the power by being on TV, radio, podcast, and whatever, however you want to frame it, because they understand that they're using this as a way to share their message, to provide hope, to give tips, insights, sharing based upon their experiences. So what am I saying here? Well, all that being said so far, what I'm saying is this, is that the gift of being a radio and TV personality, it has a lot. It can help your business. It can help your purpose. If you have a mission, if you have a nonprofit organization, if you have a charity, whatever the case, think about TV and radio. Think about it on a bigger platform. How many of you, and let's be quite honest with you, how many of you that's listening to the sound of my voice always said to yourself, like, man, if I ever had the opportunity, Chrissy, to be able to share my message, to be able to share my experiences, my strengths, my hopes, my ups, my downs, and really be able just to be able to impact one person, to then be able to impact another person, but then be able to impact another person and another person. Man, what would I give? What would I give for that? Now, we all understand with TV and radio, right? If you think about this back in the days. To get on TV and radio, it was an investment. When we're talking about some bucks. And it was so much that the average person wouldn't be able to get on TV and radio. Not like that, right? I mean, how many people you know that literally has thousands of dollars, in their pockets and that can just go ahead and do that? Or that had enough influence to go to the radio stations, go to the TV stations, and just say, hey, listen, I want to get on TV and I want to have this segment because I just believe in so and so and so and so, or I have an expertise in so and so and so and so. The likelihood of that happening will be very slim because, especially when it comes to TV, they're very selective on who they bring on board. That's number one. Secondly, as far as if you are going to be on TV, whether it be like on the news or whatever have you, trust me when I tell you that time frame goes by fast, especially on local TV, because they would interview you and they'll probably maybe 3 minutes or 5 minutes, and you're like, well, wow, that's it. But people understand the power of that because during that 3 to 5 minute segment, whether it's in the morning, afternoon, or evening, they know that people are watching. And this is the point in which I'm trying to get at to you. When you are a radio and TV personality, right, you have the opportunity to reach individuals in which that you normally wouldn't, guys. As an entrepreneur, you should be thinking, ding, 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 ding. I can share my message. I can share as far as my expertise. If I have a business, I have an opportunity now to reach more people, thus to create warm leads. Why I say warm leads is because individuals are watching you. They're resonating with your message. And if they're interested, they will message you. Thus, then that will create a phone conversation. I'm going to be silent for a second because I want that to sink in for certain people. You have an opportunity of a lifetime during this information age. Whether you decide as far as to go with us, and by the way, we do have opportunities, so if you are interested, please feel free to reach out to me or with another organization. But the point is benefits, and what a gift it is to be a radio TV personality. You really want to impact the world. You really want to influence people in a positive manner with your message, with your brand, with your business. If you have a product or service that you're passionate about and you know it can help so many people, what better way is it than to be on TV or radio? I'll wait. If there's a better way, I'll wait. I'm listening. I don't see no comments down there. Okay, cool. So that must mean that you guys are in agreement or you're thinking about as far as on what I'm saying. You know how many people that are actually on TV and radio in which they may have less talent than you? They may not know as much as you know. They may not have experienced certain situations in life and as you have, but yet they're on TV and radio. They understand the power of the airwaves. And yet they're making things happen. They're making things shake. They're creating their legacy. They're creating their brand locally, nationwide, regionally, even all around the world. And my question to you this evening, for those that's listening to the sound of my voice, is why not you? What is holding you back? Is a family telling you, man, you don't got what it takes. Ain't nobody trying to listen to what you got to say. Man, I know you. I know what you're about. I know where you came from. Nobody paying no mind to that. Is it your friends that's putting you down, saying the same thing? Is it because of you may feel that you cannot afford it? In which I love what the great Les Brown says, in this situation, you cannot afford to be able to take a position like this. And why I say that is because if you're looking to create an impact, if you're looking to taking your business and your brand to the next level, then you cannot afford not to. Hey, Hope, thank you so much for hopping on. So I want you to think about that. For everyone that you're listening to, for your radio and TV personalities, and I want you to think about it, and I want you to have this perspective. For each and every single time that you are listening to them, for each and every single time that you are watching them, for every single time someone is listening to this show or watching this show, for every time that is being played, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're getting paid for that. They're getting paid for that. Now, you're getting the benefit of listening and enjoying the content. But my question to you, why isn't anyone following you? Why is it as far as that when you're doing a radio and TV show that no one's following you, that no one is monetizing or sending money your way, right? You all heard as far as that your gift will make room for you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely true. And I can't see any other better way but being on TV or radio. My podcasters know exactly what I'm talking about. And this goes for my podcasters as well. You're doing amazing stuff on a podcast, and you know who you are. You got a huge following. You know who you are. You got people, hey Tammy, you got people that's literally commenting, and they're like literally waiting, chomping at the bit. They know as far as that when you're going to premiere, and they're beating you to the punch, but yet you don't have a radio and TV station. I'm sorry, a radio or TV show. Why is that? Makes you think, right? Or what other, I'm just going to say it, man. What excuses are you giving yourself to where you're not on TV and radio? Right? Is it because of finances? Is it because you feel that you're not smart enough, you're not good enough? Is it because of fact family members or friends told you that you couldn't do it? Do you feel within yourself that you don't have enough value to give? If that's the case, let's have a conversation. Because I love to go ahead and disperse and dispel all those excuses. Because by the end of the day, there is none. You either do or you don't. There's no such thing as try. In the words of Yoda, Star Wars. So in closing, guys, I think I made my point on this podcast. This was directed towards no one in particular. This is just general. I mean, it's just, we just live in an amazing time. Think about this before I close. Think about this. Our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents didn't have this opportunity. They didn't have social media in the palm of their hand. Cell phones. Who would ever thought that with a cell phone that you can actually do a podcast, you can actually do internet, TV, and radio and make things happen? Who would have ever thunk it, right? That was like some old Jetsons type of stuff, right? To where you're like, huh? Nah. I mean, that was just so out there. But because of someone's imagination, and they say, yep, I'm going to make the cell phone so sexy, so attractive, that they're going to want to lick the buttons. And now you that's watching this have an opportunity on your cell phone, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. On your cell phone to create your own TV channel. By going through us, we can provide you with your own TV channel. You can be, as far as a guest, on a small business network show and be an expert in your field. To have people literally listening to you, getting the value and wanting what you have. By being a co-host here on the Small Business Network podcast, in the privacy of your own home, talking about whatever that you want to talk about, and so much more. So many gifts. And guess what? Another thing too, that when your peers see you as being a radio and TV personality, do you not understand it puts you in a different light? Can I get some hearts? Can I get something? You guys are so quiet. That's okay. If you don't want to make noise, I'll make noise on a Monday. Right? But I think I made my point. I think I made my point. Ladies and gentlemen, if anything in which I stated this evening even remotely resonated with you, and you'd like to have a conversation and see on what this looks like, by all means, please feel free to message me. If you have my personal contact number, you can go ahead and text me, send me a call. But I'm telling you guys, my speakers, my coaches, my therapists, my entrepreneurs, those that's hungry and driven and just ready just to leave their legacy and their mark on the world, they resonate with this. They're like, this is what I'm talking about, Sean. Yep, absolutely. The gift of being on TV and radio. So this concludes episode 75 of Transformation Greatness and the Small Business Network podcast. I appreciate each and every single last one of you. And until then, if what I stated on here either motivated, transformed, or inspired at least one person, then may God be the glory, and I'll take no credit for absolutely none of it. Until then, you're all amazing. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. By His grace and mercy, look forward to the next episode. Peace and love, family. Sorry for that, Bo.